Yo, what's up everybody, Ecom Legend here, and today we have a very good friend of mine. His name is Maarten. Maarten, what's up, how you doing?
Hi everyone, I'm doing good. How are you?
Nice, good to hear, brother. So, I know this is like my first kind of call we did with Q&A on Odyssey, on a camera. I did for over a year, AMAs, name it, all that kind of stuff. We had dozens of guys, high level guys as well. But for now, for this time, I bought a setup and stuff, trying to take it more serious and maybe also inspire some more people to also make it, just like Maarten. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. In here we have Maarten. So Maarten, maybe you can introduce yourself and as well how you're doing and where you're from and what you are doing right now and everything. Please go ahead.
Yes, so my name is Maarten, like you mentioned already explained. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Belgium, from Antwerp. And I'm already dropshipping for about, I think, a little more than 1 year right now. Before I was in sales, but I had the feeling that the 9 to 5, I wanted to do more and to have something by my own and to explore also some freedom as well, financial, as well in where you are, where you live, where you work, etc. So the first months were not really great for me, to be honest. I was not looking for a lot of help. I thought, okay, I see that some guys are doing great numbers and I was really confident. I was like, okay, I can do the same. I don't need any help. So really arrogant, to be honest, in the beginning. It didn't work out, to be honest. The results were not that good. I think the maximum we had was maybe 200, 300 euro a day. So really bad, to be honest. So then I think in December, for me it was like time, okay, we can continue like this. We need to do something. We need to improve. And that's where I started to look for some help. And first of all, I found Astro Discord. A friend of me, he told me, you really need to get in there. There's a lot of information. So we did. And he was right, because in the Discord as well, there's a lot of information. And then we saw the opportunity to have a mentorship with Farouk, with Ecom Legend himself. So for me, that was a no-brainer. I was like immediately, this is what we need to get our business, eventually starting and to make some results. And so we did. It was a really great journey. And I think in a couple of months, we went from 200 a day till 4K a day. Not only that, because it's just only revenue, but also the backend is way better right now. Everything, the processing is better. The risk is more divided. So now it's a bit my journey till now.
Amazing, man, amazing. So let me ask you this: what were the biggest switches that you made before and after? That not only of course with the help of Astro, but also in terms of the mindset switch that made you think bigger and go all right, maybe 200 a day, it's not going to bring me anywhere. I need to push to the next level.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a big issue, the mindset, because like I said before, I was also working not even 9 to 5. I had really long days from 8 in the morning till 8 in the evening. And after that I was working, but I didn't saw it as my priority. It was for me something I did and I want to make some money about it. But you can't see it like that, in my opinion. And that was the biggest change. I really saw it as a priority since we met. I also gave up on my job just to go all in. And I was not even doing great numbers right then. But I changed my mind. I did everything for it. Just not only the work you put in, but also everything besides, like going to the gym, waking up early, doing long days, having a good schedule, etc. And that is really important. And also, for example, of course, it's also important to have some free time as well. It's very important to also keep the mind just healthy. But just like I said, for me, it became the priority and I really wanted to succeed. And I think that's really important. You cannot see it as an option, but you have to go all in. And that's what I did.
So for most people that are also watching, they're probably as well, they still go to school maybe, or they're dropshipping, maybe doing a few hundred a day, trying to make it. So many people, and I as well, back in days, had the issue that you work from, let's say 8 to 6 or 9 to 5, whatever you call it. And then in the evening, you still need to get up and do the work, do the product research, the product listing, the ads. How hard was it for you to also still get up and say, okay, even after work, I'm just going to push through it? And what made you push through it? Do you have maybe some kind of as well, some tactics or some hacks that people also can use it?
That's a difficult one. It was just for me personally. Honestly, I had a great job and I was really happy right there. But for me, I always had the feeling that it was not that what I wanted. I can have more. It's not the life that I wanted. So that was for me really the motivation. I wanted to be free financially, like I said, but also location, to go abroad, to meet people, to do what you really like, and also to have something by your own. And that was for me my biggest motivation. And like I said, I was in the evening. Sometimes I was home at 8 or 9, I was working till 2 in the night, and then in the morning I was back at my work. So yeah, it was really hard, but I don't regret it. And that's also what I think, if you want to succeed, you need to go the extra mile. And sometimes people, they think, okay, I worked 3 hours, I did a great job, but that's not it. You really need to push yourself to the limits, and I think that's what I did. And I did it also before, because before I also worked after my job, but not, like I said, till 2 in the night, and I worked sometimes in the weekend, sometimes not. And I thought, okay, I'm doing good, I'm working after my job, but that's not it. You need to really to push it, to find the limits and push yourself through it, I think.
That's a very good one. Yeah, man. The extra mile is one of the biggest difference for the people who are going to push through it and make it or not. Agreed, man. So it's a very good one. So the sustainability is like so important, you know. And what are like one of the main key points you have learned to make a dropshipping business like more sustainable? Go maybe like more into detail on that.
You mean sustainable, like just for the long term, right? Like,
yeah, for like the long term, having like a plan A, B, C, D, E. You remember like our calls about it?
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, in the beginning, we are just focusing on one brand. We are focusing on one payment processor. We had our own ad accounts, not even agency ad accounts. So yeah, actually, it was a really good recipe. Yeah, not to succeed, to be honest. So that's when we had our first goal. We had our first goals, and that's what you said immediately. Like, you really need to spread the risk to make your brand your business more sustainable. So that's, we made 2 other stores in 2 other countries, because sometimes also it's not something you do bad by yourself, but we see that sometimes in that country the results are just a little bit lower, but then you can focus more on the other country. For example, we also had more payment processors, so when one is falling down, you can just go further with the other one. For example, we got agency ad accounts, really important for us as well, because in the past, we got blocked, I think, every week. And we started to make some revenue, we are blocked all the time. So that's also with the Facebook structure, really important for us as well. So yeah, now we have the feeling, like there can happen always there can happen something. And I think every day there will be a setback. But now, okay, we know what to do, and we can just focus on other things, and it won't affect our revenue this much. And I think 4 or 5 months ago, when we had the block, for example, we were 2 weeks down, and we didn't make a single euro. So that's the biggest change, I think, in sustainability.
Spreading the risks, right? Really important, especially with dropshipping. I can understand. So what actually like made you like start with like the dropship model? Because there's so many business like out there. You wanted like the freedom, name it, everything. You want to do something for yourself, be your own boss. Why did you go with dropshipping?
Yeah, to be honest, a friend of me, you know him as well, Jonathan.
Yes, he's also in Astro,
Yeah, he's also in Astro, and I know a friend of him very good, and I saw that he's doing great numbers. But I remember we also had a call with someone to do Amazon business model, to buy in stock and etc. But the thing is with dropshipping, what I really liked is that, of course, you do not have any stock, and that is so important because stock is really expensive, and it gives you a lot of flexibility. So that was for me the main reason why I chose for dropshipping. And of course, there are a lot of business models you can do as well, but for me, the most important was I saw that a friend of me in my personal network was doing great numbers. So that was for me, okay, because normally I'm really skeptical about business models. I think it's always too good to be true. But then I saw someone in my personal network, okay, he's doing great numbers. So okay, let's go for it.
Interesting, man. All right. So I'm now gonna go into like a little bit more into detail, because this is most of the juicy parts as well for most people that are watching that already are running stores and stuff. So you said as well like that you're running like multiple stores, and we know it like risk diversification and stuff. So I want to discuss with you also like this part of it is your first winner. So let me ask you this: how did you find it, and how did you like? I mean, like, you can say some, like maybe the niche and stuff, but don't go too much into detail. Like, you can say the market or whatever. Like, you don't have to say like the product name and stuff, but you can like maybe tell everybody in here as well like how you found it and how you market it in a way that when I saw it as well, like, oh, that's interesting that you did it like that and that it's a winner. So I mean, you could see the metrics. It had like 8% CTR. The cost per click was like 8 cents or something. So yeah, man.
It was crazy.
Yeah, just go ahead. Tell me.
So we're still making money with it right now. So I'm not gonna go too much in detail, of course. But no, sure. It was actually we tried different methods in product research. But to be honest, product research is mainly for my business partner, Michiel, who is not here right now. He's using Minea, for example. He's also just doing Facebook research just on his Facebook page. Also TikTok, and of course, Ad Library is mainly it's sourced from product research. And our first winner, it was actually crazy because I was all the time thinking, okay, it's not possible. We tested more than 50, 60 products. a winner, it does not exist. But then suddenly, I think it was like ABO, like 5 headsets, like in the Astro Discord is mentioned. And we just had, I think, 13 or 14 sales with it for 30 euros the first day. So it was really amazing. Then second day, I think maybe 7 sales. So the ROAS was a little bit lower, but then third day, it was like ROAS 8 or something or 9. So then I know, okay, it really exists. This is really a winner. So yeah, it was an amazing feeling because I was testing products for almost 8 months, I think. So really long time. And then the first time I got a winner. So that was amazing. And then it's also really great that you have more stores, multiple stores, more countries, because you can always easily copy it to the other store. And it also worked right there or in other stores. Of course, not the same as in the first country. The product itself was in the health niche. So a really great niche because I think the hook is really important, and also the reason why people buy things. And I think that is the main thing that I learned also during our journey, is that people won't buy something just because it looks good or something, but it's like really emotional buying is really strong. It's also a product that it works, so I also have the feeling that with this product that I can do something for the society as well, that I help them, just something in fashion that it doesn't matter, but you're really giving something back to society, if you can see it like that.
This is also something that's nice. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's many people, when they dropship, they just sell it randomly. They just go with it. And when Maarten was getting this product, what's nice is that he was actually testing out the product, also talking like with the supplier he has from China to make sure that the product is working fine. So these are very important stuff that you also have to follow, in my opinion, especially when selling products. Because something, a takeaway I can give as well to you guys is that like every time when we scale a product, we always make sure, is the product or like also like working fine? Is the quality good? Is like the sizing good? How is the delivery? Is it the same as like we as well like communicate on the website? Because yes, maybe you can have like a lucky like 1 or 2 months with like multiple 6 figures or whatever, but in the end, if it's not like karma, it's also gonna be like your payment processing or like your store or whatever that will go down. This is what also like Maarten like utilized like very like very nice. So I'm happy to see that. So these are like kind of important stuff. Yeah, man, very nice. Happy. So the next thing I want to talk about with you is that like, what is in your opinion the most important factor in dropshipping if somebody is going to make it or not? Like, what's the difference between somebody who's still doing like 200 euros a day and somebody who's doing like 4 or 5k a day? What's like the biggest difference you have seen from people?
Yeah, for me it's simple. I think there are a couple of things that are really important, like also like the back end. And I think that the most important is just mindset, I think, because we as well, we were maybe 15k in debt. So first it is a lot of money, of course. And I think that a lot of people at that moment would say, okay, we quit. It's nothing for us. We can't do it. And I was like, no, there is no other option than just succeeding. Giving up was never an option for me, for us. And we just kept on grinding and we are looking for, okay, how can we make it work? And that's what like I said, we joined the Discord. They did a lot for us. And then we joined the program. Yeah, of course, it's a cheat code, of course, to join the program. So I think mindset is really important. And also, I mean, with mindset, like I said before, pushing yourself to the limits, not like always thinking that you do a lot of work, but just also doing the work and really like grinding and maybe working a whole night. I don't care, but that is important. And I think with mindset also as well is like just not thinking that you're gonna succeed by your own. I think like you also see in Discord, helping each other is really important. Like building a network is really important because there's a lot of things that are changing so fast in this industry. So it's important to just surround you with great people who have the same mindset, who can push you also to the limits. And that's really important. The most important for me to succeed in dropshipping.
Interesting, man. So you went from 15k in debt at that point to like 4k a day revenue, right?
Yeah, 4k a day in revenue. Profit margin that does really good also because of course revenue is not saying a lot sometimes, but I think a profit margin at the best days was maybe above 30%, so that's really good actually.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really
also
good.
Just the good days, like I said.
Yeah, that's really good. So what kind of people will choose like recommend this call to like what kind of people?
I think for everyone it's important. It may be useful, but I think for sure that people like me who are, for example, struggling, and I know there are a lot of people who are struggling, who are maybe in debt, who are maybe thinking about giving up. And I had also people, for example, in the Astro Discord that I met as well, that I communicated with, that were saying to me like, okay, I'm not doing good, I'm thinking thinking about quitting. And I also said to them, yeah, no, I had the same, but just keep on grinding and you will get rewarded 100%, 100%. So I think for them, it's maybe very useful to see that if you just trust in yourself, do the work, you will succeed. But maybe also for people who are more like experienced, they also recognize themselves in this goal, because I think that everyone had some setbacks, and like I said, every day you have setbacks, and just the way how you deal with them and how you get through them, I think that's really important. So
Nice, man. That's a very good one. That's a very nice ending as well. Is there something out of your heart that you also want to share with like the whole, like everybody in here? You know, like before we're like ending the, you know, like the call between us?
no, I just thank you for listening to everyone, and I hope everyone maybe got something about this video. They picked
1%.
something up, and they can learn something from it. And I also want to thank you a lot. Like I said, I was in the program with you, and I learned a lot. That is what changed everything for me. Like the Discord, the information that is there is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And also like the goals we had. For me, sometimes of course motivational. Sometimes you have a lot of setbacks, and maybe you're less motivated. And then I remember the goals we had. For me, after that, I was so motivated. I really wanted to get things work and to implement everything you told me. So that I really want to thank you for that as well, because that really, made me where I am right now, and this is only the beginning. So.
Of course, only beginning. Yeah, man, it's all on you. I mean, the only thing I can do is just talk. You have to do the work, which is the most important. And maybe sometimes I was a little bit tough, but you know, I just like to sometimes be a little bit tough to push people to the limits, also for myself. So, I mean, you did amazing. It's only the beginning, man. From now, it's only up. Amazing.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So thank you very much for your time as well. And guys, and by the way, if you still didn't know yet, check out here the link also below. We have so many links. You can join the Discord. And by the way, like 2 days ago, we just hit like 6K members, which is really amazing. Thank you very much. We put a lot of time and effort, me and my team, in it to grow it. Thank you everybody for listening. And yeah, man. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, everyone. Bye.